Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Emma, and this is my podcast called Nothing Much Just Chillin', where we chill. Guys, I'm so sorry that I didn't have a podcast episode up last week. I was on a work trip. It was really great and productive, but it was very exhausting, and I just didn't have enough energy, and I thought I would, but I'm sorry. I apologize. I know you guys probably don't even care, but just wanted to say that. Okay, let's get into it because we need to address my last podcast episode from 2 weeks ago. The incels have found it. They saw the title and they just went straight in and just started typing away. And you know what? I don't blame them. Listen, it was the first time that they saw my face and heard me speak. I completely understand why they would be so sensitive, why they would be offended. I know that they don't know me. I know that they don't know the way that I talk and the way that I am and my values and all that. Like, it's completely okay that they got so angry. But something I think is very interesting is that 2 minutes before I went to check on my YouTube video and I saw all those comments, I was on TikTok and I was scrolling and I saw a video of a guy talking about how he didn't like Barbie. And I've seen many videos like this. I've seen much discourse about the Barbie movie. I know we all have. And for a second on this video of this man saying that the Barbie movie was horrible, for a second, I thought about commenting something mean or petty or whatever because I was angry for a second. And then I was like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't really care about his opinion. It's not for me. This video is not for me. Whatever. He can have his opinion. There's billions of people in the world, right? It's totally okay for somebody to have that opinion. I think I said that in the last podcast episode too. Like, I know everybody has their opinion, but like, this is mine, right? And I'm allowed to have my own opinion and I'm allowed to speak my mind. And I know that whenever I say shit about men being awful to my boyfriend or my male friends, they just laugh. We laugh together because they don't take offense to it. It's like when you say men are trash. The men who take offense to that statement are the ones who are trash. They're the ones who are the problem. And the ones that don't aren't. It's really that simple. So yeah, when I said what I said about men, or like how you should dump your boyfriend for not going to the Barbie movie with you or having to force him to go with you, I was being completely serious, but I was kind of kidding. But I was coming from a place of like, that's my opinion. And what I was saying is I would never force somebody to do anything. But the thing is, I would never put myself in that position. Like, I would never date someone who I would need to force to go to the Barbie movie, if that makes sense. Like, I would always want to be with somebody. I would always want to have a partner who was in touch with their feminine side. I would never be with somebody who said shit like, oh, that's for girls. Like, that's just a girl thing. I actually watched a TikTok recently of a guy saying that he went to see the Barbie movie and he felt so hopeful for the world and so wonderful after seeing the movie, and then he heard the two guys behind him in the theater be like, yeah, girls probably like that better, like that's probably for girls. It's like, the point is, I would never be with somebody like that. I would never be with somebody who didn't understand why we need the Barbie movie, period. I just have very high standards for the men that I allow in my life, the men that I hang out with. And just because I critique men and just because a woman critiques men in the patriarchy doesn't mean that they don't still have love and respect for their boyfriend, their male friends, their dad, their grandpa, the men in their family. And if you don't understand that, then like, I don't know what you're still doing listening to me right now. Like, go away. Like, this is not for you. Just leave me alone. So yeah, with that TikTok, when I saw it, I was like angry for like a second, and then I was like, oh, whatever. And I wish that all these incels just did that, just kept on scrolling, just clicked a different video. Like, why do you have to click on mine? Why do you have to come on my page? But I don't know. It's unfortunate, but it's fortunate that we can be here today and have this be a learning lesson of how to deal with hate online and in real life too, because people are mean. So I did not comment back to any of the hate comments, and I never do. I never comment back to any hate comments. Not like I get them a lot all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like I would never do that because I don't care. I simply don't care, because I know that anybody who is taking time out of their day to do that does not have a life, and their life is miserable, and they just want to be heard so bad. So I don't want to give them that attention. They just want a reaction, and I'm not going to give it to them. But I am going to talk about it here because I think it is a good learning lesson, because I think that the way that I deal with hate is very healthy. I've just always been somebody, I don't know what is wired in me that I'm like this, but I just don't care what other people think. Like I've just always been like very myself, which is amazing and a beautiful thing, and I'm very, very fortunate for that, because I love that I'm sure of myself. I love that I have like self-love and self-confidence, and that I would never comment hate on somebody's page or seek out people to argue with, that like it's not even worth it, you know? I don't need to like fill that void in my life or in my soul with negativity. Like it's a waste of time. But my boyfriend and my best friend, they love me so much, and they wanted to respond to every one of the comments and defend me. And while I so appreciate that they would go to war for me in the comments, I told them not to, because that's what they want. That they want a reaction, and you can't give people like that what they want, because they'll just keep on going. They'll just keep on trying to like feed their ego and fill that void in their life, and it's just really sad. Honestly. So yeah, I do not respond to any hate comments, and I never will respond. So if you're typing one out right now, like just save your breath, save your energy, just click on a video of somebody else. So I've worked with many influencers, and I have noticed and I've observed how to go about hate in the best way and how not to go about it. First off, with responding to comments, don't respond to the good ones. Respond to the people who give you positive feedback or positive criticism. Those are the people you should respond to. But hate comments and trolls and incels on YouTube, like you can't respond to them. It makes you look really bad when somebody opens up your comment section and the only comments that you reply to as an influencer are the hate comments, and then there's like 75 nice comments, and you've only respond to like the 2 negative comments. Like it's a really bad look. I've always seen it like that. I've always been like, I would never do that. I would never pour myself into the people who are hating on me. Like I'd rather pour love into the people who support me. I also am just not an arguer. Like I always have never cared about being right because I always am just like, this is my opinion. This is me. This is how I think. Take it or leave it. And if you don't like it, it's fine. Like I've never been a people pleaser. And I think I just think it's a really good life skill, because I feel like people pleasing plagues a lot of people from living their true self or putting themselves in comfortable situations. And it's just a lot, because you can't please everyone. You really can't. There's so many people in the world. There's so many different kinds of personalities and morals and beliefs, and there's just no way that you're going to get along with everybody. I don't like everyone, so I wouldn't expect everyone to like me. It's totally understandable. Again, like I just can't say enough. Like I totally get why people would be mad about what I said, but I said what I said, and I don't take it back. Like that is just like genuinely me. I'm just like, some people were saying that I said those things for shock value or like to grow my audience. Like no, like I mean, yes, I would love if YouTube fed me to the girlies who were on the same wavelength as me, but they unfortunately fed me to the incels, so I just have to deal with that now. But I mean, I'm just gonna ignore it. Of course it sucks. Of course it sucks reading people say mean things about you or mean things about your boyfriend, and also like saying that your boyfriend should leave you, which is just so funny because in that episode I said the nicest things about Julio, like literally said he's the best person in the fucking world, and any of those men who commented something hateful on that podcast, they would kill to have a woman in their life talk about them the way that I talked about Julio on that episode. And they just got it all wrong. Like I literally said that like Julio has the same beliefs as me. Like he doesn't mind anything that I say like that, and he supports me so very much. And I just hate to tell the haters bad news, but my boyfriend is fucking amazing, and he's nothing like you guys. You don't have to save him. He's living a very, very loved life. So sorry to disappoint. I know I'm starting from a good, healthy place of not caring what others think, because that's just like my personality. But the biggest tip I have, if you're struggling with hate online or in real life, or if you're just scared to be yourself because of the potential of hate, my biggest tip is that you just have to be really comfortable with yourself. You have to have self-love and self-confidence and really know who you are. And who you are doesn't have to look any sort of way. Like people will always find things to criticize about you, whether it be your relationship, your lifestyle, your diet, how you speak, how you look, how you act, what job you have. But these opinions, they're just noise, and you need to learn how to just block all of that out. And the way you do that is just being so in tune with who you are, because then nobody can break you. Okay, that's tip number 1, right? Know who you are and stand in that. Stand proudly in who you are. And then number 2, know that the people hating on you they don't have that self-love. They don't have a good life. They're not happy with their life. Happy people aren't hating, and hating people aren't happy, right? That's like, we all know that. They're so miserable that they feel like they need to put you down, whether it be somebody online or somebody in your life. Like, you can't take things personally. If somebody insults me, like somebody in my real life, like somebody that I'm close to, I never take it that personally, because I know that they're just being mean to me or rude to me because something is going on with them. Something is wrong in themselves. Like they're not loving themselves, so they feel the need to project. And it's really unhealthy to do that. It's really, really unhealthy to do that. But you just have to accept that you can't change people, but you can control yourself and your emotions. People's opinions of you do not matter, okay? The right people will accept you for who you are. And with the internet, it's just inevitable that there's going to be people who come onto your page. If you're posting stuff, there's going to be people that come onto your page who want to insert their opinion, who want to be right, who want to argue, who want to tear you down. And you just gotta realize that like there aren't real people. They really aren't. They're not in your life. They're not in your circle. They don't get to have your energy. Yeah, they're watching you online, but they don't truly know you. Like, you are the one who knows yourself and the people that you are closest to in life. I know it's easier said than done, right? Like I feel like it's a very normal thing to care about what others think of you. But the more you work on yourself and the more that you build your own self up, the less that other people's opinions of you will affect you. Life is too precious to care about what others think of you, and it's too precious to care about mean comments on the internet. So everyone, I think we should all take a breath. If you've already written a hate comment on this podcast episode, it's fine. I mean, delete it if you want, but it's fine. But everybody take a deep breath. And if you feel the need to write a hate comment on my page or somebody else's page, please just go outside and touch grass. Go on a walk. Make a nice meal for yourself. Make a nice meal for you and your loved one. go out to the movies, see whatever movie you want. If you want to see Barbie, cool. If you want to see Oppenheimer, cool. If you want to see Theater Camp, oh my god, I just saw Theater Camp. Y'all should watch Theater Camp. It's so fucking good. Jimmy Tatro is so funny in that movie. I love him so much. He's hilarious. Go see Theater Camp. I'm not telling you what movie to see, but I'm just recommending Theater Camp because Julio and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, go do something with your life and stop spending your time just clicking away, trying to find things to get mad at, because it's a really pathetic way to live your life. And I say that with so much love. And on that note, I'm going to end the podcast here. Thanks for chilling with me this week, guys. I will see you next time. Love you. Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.